beautiful creek hit the air. We're here for our first home game, vlog of the season. Not gonna find out much these next 2 weeks, but what we are gonna find out is Texas defense can hold another team to single digits. I think they can. Looking forward to bringing you along as usual. Stay tuned for a special Texas State field vlog coming, and this game should be pretty interesting. UTEP very rarely after that first Ohio State game, you have 3 real easy non-motivational games in a row. Very interesting to see if the offense plays better, and doubly interesting to see how do they motivate through this stretch. But we're still gonna have a great time. The weather's about as good as it ever has been here for Saturday afternoon home games. Excited to take my field crew out for year 5. We're gonna talk through Beaver Boulevard, talk a little bit of the game and set the vibe. And this video, like others, are gonna use the Ray-Ban sunglasses camera. So you're not gonna see as many wide angle shots, but you will see some very stunning videos up close and personal of the game with really cool sound. So stay tuned for the Ray-Ban Metavision views. For now, we're gonna walk through the pregame, walk through the setup, walk through the warm-ups, get you on field for the intros, and have an amazing day. Welcome. All right, folks, we have just got to the beginning of this year's edition of Bevo Boulevard, about 4.5 hours through kickoff. More on this later, but up there you can see the press box, which curiosity. Pete has intrigued me about how it's not done yet, but this year's edition of Bevo Boulevard is looks like a couple new sponsors right here. I don't recognize this brew house booth. Looks like they've expanded the alcohol offerings, but again, the happy hour beer pricing here at Bevo Boulevard for an urban campus, can't really beat it. It's pretty awesome that they have this for a campus where there's not a ton of tailgating room. So here, and we're gonna have a great time and walk through. All right, we have the Longhorns, the Hook'em Herd. Everyone always asks where it is. It's right as you get into Bevo Boulevard, and then we have more Bevo Boulevard. We're gonna go over that for another game. For now, we need to get in and get set up. All right, this nice part of the stadium with the self-checkout stands is pretty much the same as last year. The Pluckers end zone is not the Pluckers end zone anymore, but still pretty nice. Drinks, and always a really cool, good time at the Moody Center. Now we arrive at the stadium for our day. All right, first field walk and talk of the year. It's going to be a hot one. It's going to be a 40-7 Texas victory. That's the prediction. So not too windy. As you can see up there, the weird new press boxes aren't done yet. Been working on them all summer, but students already in here, and so are we. Hook 'em. All right, for my money, the Fletcher's Corny Dogs with the craft beer booth and all the other games on at gate 25 and in the back 40 bar with the Hall of Fame right down there. For my money, this is the best part of the stadium. It's also got the most potential to be great, but I think this with the Hall of Fame, the back 40 bar, the craft beer and all the refreshments and the Corny Dogs as well as the gate, and all the other games on, I think it's the best part of the stadium. So last year this started, not just here, but every pro sports venue, but pretty much every single stand now has these grab and go items, which in a venue that holds 100,000 people, I think is a phenomenal idea, and it helps the staff do their job a lot easier and makes it a lot easier to do the job. And I think, you know, these jobs, no matter what, are always going to have high turnover, so it's like they're losing a bunch of jobs. Make the job a little easier, I think you'll get more people to stay, you'll have happier fans. So I love this, and the lower concourse food options, and it's like really rude to hold back the camera that's in front of that club. But I was here all summer working next door, and they never were able to like finish those. You can see here the temporary press boxes. It's crazy. There's only 5 games left. It doesn't look like it's going to be ready tomorrow. So next week. So and I'm going to give this
Shipley. On defense, defensive tackle, number 93, Hero Tanu. Defensive line, number 98, Farad Watson. And linebacker, number 18, Leonka LaFowl. And linebacker, number 8, Trey Moore.
I'm glad they don't have the smoke over here anymore.
changes the rule.
All right, quick post-game thoughts. As the Horns win, defense was awesome as usual. Wore UTEP down, and Arch has a lot of work to do, but there's no need to be concerned until league play starts. Mechanics aren't great though, that's the one concern I have, but defense played great. Texas decided this game was a little funky, so let's just keep it on the ground and grind people out. It's already the third game of the year, and we're already down about 3 running backs, but that's why you recruit, and it's good for those guys to get some time. So not much to say this week, not much to say next week, hopefully, and just waiting for that Florida game to really kind of evaluate this team, even though you do have to be, offense definitely isn't explosive. Arch definitely, mechanics is the one concern that I have, but Horns win. We'll have to see the injury report. UTEP had a lot of guys go off the field.